Hi there, my name is Micah Mabey, and welcome back to one of the shows on the internet that I host. This one, it's however long. There's a minute long, and then there's however long. This one is the longer of the two. That's why it's however, because the minute is supposed to be around a minute. You get it. Spotify Rap Day, baby. I went over it all already, so I'm pointing here because this is where my phone is. And I took screenshots of all the stuff and moved it over here. Oh, do you want to know the temperature? Hold on, I'll find the temperature for you. Chicago, Illinois, 32 degrees Fahrenheit, 0 degrees Celsius, which is what I've learned. 0 is freezing for Celsius, and 32 is freezing for... Is that right? What's freezing temp? 32, so shit's gonna start freezing now. That's fun. Alright, Spotify Wrapped, cat down there. If she pops up anytime, you'll see her. Spotify Wrapped. 2023 was a feast for your ears. Personally, I listened to 46 genres. I hope you care. I'm doing it one way or another, but I hope you care. I want this to be as entertaining for you as it is for me. 46 genres. Not half bad. I didn't even know there was 46 genres. I feel like there's 5. I don't feel that way. I listened to 3,179 songs in 2023. And there was one that really connected. You'll get to that later. I listened to 30,567 minutes. That's 21 days nonstop. Fun fact. My listening peaked on February 12th at 394 minutes. What was I doing February 12th? My best bet is that I was on a 4-hour-long train ride. But that's really all I can think of. Or it was a day where I was just really high. I was top 11% of listeners worldwide. Fun fact. That doesn't feel right, I'm sure. I know people personally that listens to 75,000 hours. Is that correct? Hours, yeah. Though that's probably a lot. 30,000 feels like a lot. 75, that's a lot. I feel like last year I had more than 30,000. I feel like I was closer to 40. I could look it up, but I won't. Apparently, this is something new. Apparently, people in Burlington, USA are far more likely to be listening to the same kind of music as I do. Now, what really matters? You want to get to the good stuff? Should I have started with the good stuff? Maybe. My number one song of 2023 was the new hit from The National, My Sad Dads. 102 streams, first listened on January 8th when the single came out. Tropic Morning News off of the first 2 pages of Frankenstein. Great record from the boys, from the dads, from the Sad Dad boys. I also really loved their direct follow-up, Laugh Track. We just got a lot of great music. I would consider them my favorite band. They have been for a long time. I got to see them live this year. Again, that was my second time seeing them live. They put on a great show. Matt Berninger, the Desner brothers, the Devendorf brothers, they really know what they're doing. Great music. Glad to see that was my top song. Happy Tropic Morning News Day to all. Next up, the other top 5. So we hit Tropic Morning News at number 1 from The National. Number 2 was $20 from Boygenius, which I was surprised by. I know I listened to the hell out of that, but I didn't expect it to make it all the way up. Number 3 was Dylan Thomas by Better Oblivion Community Center, which is one of Phoebe's old projects with Connor Oberst of Bright Eyes when they were dating, which was a weird relationship. But it's not my place to say anything about other people's relationships, especially in pop culture when I don't know them. Fun fact. So we got Tropic Morning News, $20. Better Oblivion Community Center's Dylan Thomas. And then back to The National with New Order t-shirt off of first 2 pages of Frankenstein. And then we hit Old Friends from Pine Grove. You guys remember Pine Grove? That was like their first album. I listened to it a lot this year for some reason. It was a shock to me when I saw it on my list, but there we go. Fun. I hope they're not still canceled. They were canceled for a second. Oh, please don't cancel me for my taste in music. Unless it gets bad, then you can. My top podcast this year was WTF with Mark Maron, as it pretty consistently is. That's one of the podcasts that I listen to pretty frequently. I listened for 860 minutes. I was a top 15% fan. That's fun. What else? Oh, so my top 5 artists. We start, of course, with the National. No one is surprised, blah, blah, blah. Second, after the National, is Hunter Noll Bell. And if you don't know who that is, don't worry. Most people don't, because it's just a good friend of mine whose music I adore. Oh, I hope he doesn't dislike that I say most people don't know who he is. He's an indie rock sort of soundscape musical artist. We used to do theater together back in the day. We have worked together on multiple music projects across the years. If you've been a fan of this channel for a long time, you have seen or heard many of those. I think he's a wickedly talented artist, and though I wasn't expecting to see him in my top 5 artists, I'm not ashamed. Third, we have Boygenius. We got The Record and The Rest this year, the first record and the second sort of follow-up EP they put out. And I've always been a big fan of Lucy Dacus, however you say her last name. And I'm recently really just fallen for the stuff Julian Baker is doing. Phoebe is Phoebe. We all love Phoebe. Unless you don't. And if you don't, think about that. Think about why. Maybe you have a valid reason, but maybe you're sexist, because a lot of people I see online that talk about Phoebe Bridgers are. Fourth, we have TV Girl. Love TV Girl. Huge TV girl. If you don't know TV Girl, fix that. That's all. And then fifth, of course, to follow up with the top 5 songs, we have Better Oblivion Community Center. So Phoebe Bridgers does show up twice on this list. Last year, she was nowhere to be seen. Interesting. Though last year, I had to diversify my taste in music because I was like, oh man, I gotta get a bit more worldly. All my shit is white dudes. I can't just listen to white dudes. That's not good for me. No one should just be listening to white dudes. My top genre was indie pop. I think that's what I got. Share with me who your top artist was, your top song. I'll listen to it maybe and come back for the next however long, and we'll have a little conversation about music again. I'm a big fan. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, etc. I hate saying that. I don't like it, but I know if I'm going to continue to do this, I have to get over that. It just feels grimy. But maybe I'm wrong. As always, maybe I'm wrong. For however long, I've been Micah Mabey, and you've been a camera.